I got to go off on a tangent for a second. So there's this dude that came in Guitar Center the other day, and he told me his name was Ras Cliff. And he's this 70-year-old, 5-foot-tall Jewish guy with weird pock marks all over his face. And he was like the worst Punisher I've ever had. I couldn't fucking get him to tell me what he needed. He would just go on a fucking story for half an hour about how he like played with these heavy jazz guys, played flute with them back in the day, kept name dropping. Oh yeah, and I played jazz with Jimi Hendrix. What fucking Jimi Hendrix song has flute on it? You know? Anyways, I'll get into that. I'll tell you this whole story later, because he's like one of the worst customers I've ever had in my life.
No, tell it now.
Okay. So this guy comes in with his granddaughter, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, how's it going, guys? And he's like, okay, first of all, I just want to let you know I'm from the scene, right? And he's like, first of all, he's wearing like this.
He's wearing a shirt that says "I'm from the scene."
Yeah, he's wearing this like Rasta beanie. Imagine like Danny DeVito short.
It's like 5 foot tall.
Yeah, 5 foot. Right. I used to play with George Benson and this, and at first that's kind of cool, you know.
Yeah, I like some George Benson.
I'm like, shit, dude, that's sick. How can I help you? He's just keeps going on the story, and I'm listening to him, and I'm like, when are you gonna fucking tell me what you need? Right.
What is his daughter doing?
His granddaughter is looking at me like she knows that he's embarrassing.
Oh yeah, just kind of
like 8, right? And she knows that
he's a Punisher already.
Yeah, exactly. He keeps going on and on about all these dudes that he's played with. And I was like, oh, cool. How can I help you? What are you looking for? And he's like, well, my granddaughter's birthday just happened, and she's really talented, right? She wanted to go to Michael's to get some fabric or some shit, but I had other plans in mind. Okay, dude. Well, you know, I want to make her dreams come true.
Oh,
and okay, like, what are you talking about? Are you looking for
Disney
like, a guitar
World
or something? And he's like, well, here's the thing, you know, I've been around the block and I've played, and he goes back into the fucking stories. Jesus Christ, dude. A good thing it's slow. I don't have other customers to help, but you are like ruining my fucking day right now. I've been talking to you for 45 minutes and you haven't told me what you're looking for. But I'm stuck in on it because this cute, sweet little girl, obviously it's about her, right? It's supposed to be, but you're making it about you.
Yeah.
Eventually he gets to it and he's like, I want to get her a keyboard and a drum, but I've got
$12.
He's like, I've got $150. And I was like, oh, Jesus, you know, let's start with the keyboards. There's 2 keyboards I have in my store that are in that price range. So I bring them out, I unbox them. He's like, I really need something that has a 1/4 inch output.
He's like, I need this to be studio level. Like I want my daughter to, I want my daughter to play with George Benson. Like I do.
No. He has these like really high expectations of what he's going to get, but he just told me this is his budget. And he like, is also like, and she's really counting on you to make her dreams come true. Right.
This is all up to you, buddy.
So yeah, it sucks really hard for me. And I'm like, okay, dude, here's the 2 keyboards I have in the store that you can afford right now, but they're not what you are demanding of me. And you definitely can't afford any kind of drum outside of that. Right. Mm-hmm. So I've probably spent an hour with him at this point, and I'm looking for anyone to pass him off to. So I'm trying to go to like my other associates. Hey, like maybe he knows more. I'm trying to like ditch him, and they can smell it right away. So they're like running and hiding.
You dickhead! You're like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally. I'm just
maybe Jason can help you. Yeah. Jason loves George Benson.
Yeah. Yeah. So during this whole time, there's this other guy. I'm in the pro audio section. And this guy, this military dude, is overhearing it. And this guy, fucking Ras Cliff, like starts talking to this young military guy. Yeah, man, it's all about putting positive vibes out there, you know, and starts going off on this guy. I'm sorry for this customer, but at least he's not talking to me anymore. Anyways, he punishes this customer so bad that the guy pulls me aside, this military guy, and he's like, hey, do you have this thing in stock? And I was like, yeah, dude. And he's like, I bring it out, and he's like, I'm just going to buy this keyboard for this girl. And it's like a $250 keyboard.
The military guy?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, whoa, dude, that's fucking crazy. Are you sure? And he's like, yeah, this guy says it's her birthday or whatever. And in my mind, I'm like, this fucking piece of shit is like getting this guy to do this thing, right?
Yeah, just punishing people until they're like, okay, because I feel so bad for your granddaughter. Yeah.
So yeah, this guy straight up buys him a keyboard that was better than what he was even looking for. So far, Ras Cliff has spent $0. He has a keyboard that was better than what he could have afforded. In his mind, this is him being in touch with the universe. Things like good things happen when you put positive vibes. And it's like, that was like a miracle, you know? And it's like, okay, let's talk about drums. And then, so of course, now his budget has been repleted. He can afford whatever he has.
Worth of
right. So now he wants this conga drum that's outside of his budget again. And he's like, well, what kind of deal can I get on this?
Oh my God.
This is like a out of box. And there's this thing, motherfucker, like some guy just gave you pretty much like $300, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're an asshole.
Yeah.
You're so ungrateful. Like
just cheap as hell.
Yeah, exactly. And you're embarrassing. She's embarrassed at this point. It was awful.
Jesus.
By the end of it, like I even had to give him a deal on this thing because I went to my store manager and I was like, get me the fuck out of this situation. He's like, yeah, get this fucking guy out of here.
So you ended up having to give him
I gave him a deal on this other thing, even though he got this other shit for free. Right. And in his mind, though, that's the crazy thing. In his mind, he's like, Jah will provide.
He's like, good thing I practice Rastafarianism.
Everyone really respects my positive vibes.
Yeah, everyone's responding to my good vibes.
No, like people are caving to your assholeism.
Yeah, well, maybe he understands that too.